Hold onto your horns, Vikings faithful. The 2025 NFL Draft is heating up, and our Minnesota Vikings are right in the middle of the action. After snagging Ohio State's beastly guard Donovan Jackson at pick 24, the purple and gold are poised to make waves on day 2 with just one pick at 97. Unless GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah pulls off a blockbuster trade, could we see a bold move to grab a game-changer like TreVeyon Henderson or Will Johnson? Buckle up, because Skol Nation is buzzing, and we're diving into the possibilities. Last night, the Vikings solidified their offensive line by drafting Donovan Jackson, a 6 feet 4 inches, 320-pound mauler who started 40 games for the national champion Buckeyes. This guy's a plug-and-play left guard, ready to protect Sam Darnold and open lanes for Aaron Jones. But with only pick 97 on day 2, the question is, do we stay put or trade up for a superstar still on the board? The rumor mill's churning, and Skol fans are dying to know what's next. Stick with me as we break down the top players available, the Vikings' biggest needs, and whether Kwesi's got to trade up his sleeve. From running backs to cornerbacks, this draft is loaded with talent, and we're about to unpack it all. What do you think the Vikings should do? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get this Skol party started. Breaking news, Vikings fans. Just when we thought day 2 was quiet, the Vikings pulled off a trade with the Houston Texans, snagging picks 102 and 142 to bolster their draft haul. This move, reported on X, gives Kwesi Adofo-Mensah more ammo to attack this stacked draft board. With pick 97 and now 102, the Vikings are in prime position to add depth or maybe even trade up for a big name. The trade buzz was already swirling before this deal, with insiders like Tom Pelissero hinting the Vikings might move up for a running back like Ohio State's Quinshon Judkins or TreVeyon Henderson. Both are still available after only Ashton Jeanty and Amarian Hampton went in round 1. Henderson's 4.43 speed and Judkins' 1,060-yard, 14-touchdown season make them tantalizing targets for a Vikings backfield looking to complement Jones. What's the plan here, Skol Nation? Are we doubling down on the run game, or is this trade just the start of something bigger? The secondary's still a concern, and with picks 97, 102, and 142 we've got options. Let me know in the comments who you want the Vikings to target with these new picks. Let's talk running backs because this 2025 class is deep, and the Vikings could strike gold. Only 2 backs, Boise State's Ashton Jeanty and North Carolina's Amarian Hampton, went in the first round, leaving studs like Ohio State's TreVeyon Henderson and Quinshon Judkins on the board. Henderson, with his 75-yard touchdown catch in the Cotton Bowl, is a home run threat, while Judkins' power and vision made him a Buckeye legend. Iowa's Caleb Johnson is another name to watch. At 6 feet 0 inches, 225 pounds, he's a bruising runner with a 59% usage rate, averaging 5.03 yards per carry against stacked boxes. Imagine him pounding the rock behind Donovan Jackson's blocks. The Vikings' backfield could become a nightmare for defenses if we grab one of these guys at 97 or 102. But here's the question. Do we need a running back this early, or should we save these picks for the secondary? Aaron Jones is still a star, but depth is key in today's NFL. Who's your pick for the Vikings' next RB? Hit the comments and let's debate. The Vikings secondary is screaming for help, and day 2 is loaded with defensive backs who could transform our defense. Michigan's Will Johnson, a 6 feet 2 inches lockdown corner, is still available, and his 2024 tape shows elite ball skills. Then there's East Carolina's Siobhan Revel Jr., a long, athletic CB with first-round talent despite an ACL injury last season. At pick 97 or 102, we might also see Kansas Kobe Bryant or Virginia Tech's Dorian Strong, both projected as high-value day 2 corners. The Vikings ranked 28th in passing yards allowed in 2024, so adding a playmaker here is critical, especially with NFC North QBs like Jared Goff and Jordan Love looming. A guy like Johnson or Revel could be the answer to shutting down top receivers. What's the move, Skol fans? Do we go all in on a corner like Will Johnson, or stick with later picks for depth? The trade with Houston gives us flexibility, but the clock's ticking. Drop your dream secondary pick in the comments. Wide receiver is another spot where the Vikings could make a splash. Missouri's Luther Burden III is still out there, and this 5 feet 11 inches, 208-pound dynamo racked up 1,200 yards in 2024. His quickness and hands make him a perfect fit for Kevin O'Connell's offense, especially alongside Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Other names like Iowa State's Jaden Higgins or Ole Miss Trey Harris could be steals at 97 or 102. With TJ Hawkinson back and a beefed-up O-line, adding another weapon for Sam Darnold could take this offense to the next level. But with so much talent already at receiver, is this the right move, or are we better off addressing defense? Vikings fans, what's the vibe? Should we grab a playmaker like Burden to keep the offense explosive or focus elsewhere? Your takes are gold. Share them below and let's keep the Skol energy flowing. Let's zoom in on Donovan Jackson, because this first-round pick is a game-changer for the Vikings. The Ohio State star, drafted at 24, brings All-American pedigree and 40 starts at guard and tackle. Analysts like Daniel Jeremiah called him a team lifter, and Coach O'Connell was thrilled he was still available, per Vikings.com. Jackson's fit is perfect. He's a significant upgrade over Blake Brandel at left guard, and his 320-pound frame will anchor an O-line that allowed 9 sacks in a playoff loss to the Rams last year. Paired with free agent signings like Ryan Kelly and Will Fries, this line is starting to look elite. Skol Nation, how hyped are you for Jackson? Is he the key to protecting Darnold and unleashing Aaron Jones? Sound off in the comments, and let's talk about how this pick shapes our 2025 season. Trade rumors are swirling, and Vikings fans are on edge. Before the Texans deal, insiders hinted Kwesi Adofo-Mensah might trade up for a running back like Quinshon Judkins, who was mocked to the Vikings at pick 53 in a proposed deal. Now, with picks 97, 102, and 142, the Vikings have more leverage to move up or stay put and grab value. The Athletic reported the Vikings turned down a trade-down offer in round 1 to secure Jackson, showing Kwesi's not afraid to stick to his board. But with talents like Caleb Johnson or Siobhan Revel Jr. still available, could we see another bold move? The Texans' trade suggests Kwesi's got something cooking. What's your gut telling you, Skol fans? Are we trading up for a star or building depth with these picks? Hit the comments with your trade predictions, and let's see who nails it. Let's talk defense, because the Vikings need more than just a corner. Edge rushers like Marshall's Mike Green or Boston College's Donovan Ezeruaku are still on the board, and both could add juice to Brian Flores' blitz-heavy scheme. Green's 12 sacks in 2024 make him a day 2 gem.